robot is keeping me company, but something's not right. My teeth are on fire, and they feel like they're ripping out of my jaw. I don't want to eat, and I just sweat when I sleep. I've made it to 92 days. I'll keep the broadcast going, that's what I'm here to do. 17:33 to go. Tonight we have Shyster Payoff, Black Rock, and Death is Blind from The Shadow.
Your local blue coal dealer presents The Shadow. These half-hour dramatizations are designed to forcibly demonstrate to old and young alike that crime does not pay. The Shadow's adventure begins in just a moment. But first, do you know exactly what the blue coloring on blue coal means? Well, that's the trademark of the Glen Alden Coal Company, the world's largest hard coal producer. And it's placed on their product, blue coal, to guarantee that you're getting a superior quality anthracite. So insist on blue coal when you order anthracite for the coming winter. Your entire family will appreciate blue coal's greater heating comfort. You'll appreciate blue coal's greater heating economy. Call your dealer for your supply of blue coal tomorrow. The Shadow, mysterious character who aids those in distress and helps the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the unseen voice belongs. The only one who knows the true identity of that master of other people's minds, the Shadow. Today's story, Shyster Payoff.
Commissioner Weston, my paper wants to know what you're doing about this wave of holdup.
I hear you're resigning, Commissioner.
What about the mayor's statement, Weston? Yes, come on, let's have your story.
Wait a minute, come on. Wait a minute, boys. I'll give you a statement. Okay, Commissioner, thanks. Sure, we're having a crime wave. But the police department is as good as you'll find in any city. We make arrests. The trouble is the district attorney's office can't get convictions. But it isn't the DA's fault that the work of his office is hampered by a political fixer and a shyster lawyer.
Hey, can we quote you on that?
How about naming the shyster, Commissioner Weston?
Who's the political fixer? Come on, Commissioner, give us a moment.
Hold it, boys, hold it. What is it, Sergeant?
There's a call in your office, Commissioner Weston.
Sorry, boys, that's all. See you later. Who is it, the mayor?
No, it's him again.
Who are you talking about? Who's him?
The Shadow.
The Shadow? If I haven't got enough troubles. All right, I'll talk to him. I'll call you if I need you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Shadow, what is it this time?
Good afternoon, Commissioner Weston. Did you enjoy your conference with the gentlemen of the press?
You know everything, don't you?
You flatter me, Commissioner.
All right, let's have it.
Commissioner, do my ears deceive me, or did I really detect a note of, shall we say, welcome in your voice?
Listen, Shadow, I'll admit you have helped the police department at times, and I'm willing to accept tips or help from you just as I would from any other citizen. I take it you are a citizen and are interested in law enforcement?
Yes, Commissioner Weston. I am a citizen, and I am interested in law enforcement.
I wish there were more like that. But you didn't call me to exchange compliments. What do you want?
I called, Commissioner, to make a deal.
A deal? For yourself, Shadow?
No. Merely a deal whereby you will be ready to round up a criminal syndicate headed by Taggart, the notorious shyster lawyer, Grogan, the political fixer, and Red Doyle, the gangster.
You're crazy, Shadow. We know they're all crooks, but we can't prove it.
Suppose I could produce proof.
I wouldn't arrest a combination like that without an ironclad case. I wouldn't last 24 hours if the rap didn't stick. They'd have my job.
You'll have your ironclad case, Commissioner Weston. Wait until you hear from me.
Your Honor, it is the court. I submit that the indictment against my client, Harry Dale, is improperly drawn, and I therefore ask that the state's case be dismissed.
I object, Your Honor! The indictment against Harry Dale Well, Mr. Taggart, Mr. Prosecutor, step to the bar. I will hear your arguments as to the validity of this indictment.
Lamont Cranston, would you mind telling me why we've been following this lawyer, Rex Taggart, from court to court, watching him plead case after case?
Just to give my very lovely assistant, Margot Lane, a cook's tour of the more unpleasant side of the legal profession. How do you like Taggart, Margot?
He reminds me of the snake. What's he doing now, Lamont?
Taggart is pulling another legal technicality and snatching another criminal from the hands of the law.
How does he get away with it?
The law, Margot, is flexible. But its flexibility can be used by shyster lawyers like Taggart to provide loopholes.
Order! Silence in the court!
Watch what happens now.
Order! Silence in the court. Mr. Prosecutor, I regret I must agree with the arguments of counsel for the defense, Mr. Taggart.
I protest, Your Honor. I protest.
Due to the testimony given by the defense, and because of this technical error in the indictment, I must dismiss the case against Harry Dale and discharge the jury.
Lamont, Taggart just went into that apartment building. How much longer are we going to follow him around in the car?
I've got to follow Taggart, watch every move he makes, Margot. I promised Commissioner Weston an airtight case. I'm getting proof of a vicious racket. A racket that forces innocent people into a life of crime.
Where are you going, Lamont?
I'm going to follow Taggart into that apartment as the shadow. I have an idea Taggart is about to collect his fee for defending a recent client. Stay here, Margot. Wait till I return.
Mr. Taggart, why have you come to my apartment? My brother's not here. My brother's not here, I tell you. I've given you every cent I have, every cent I could raise for defending him.
For saving your brother from the electric chair, Ruth Dale.
But my brother was innocent.
Yes, but the evidence was all against him. Your brother is alive, free, only because of my knowledge of the law and your perjured testimony.
Why, you made me testify falsely. You told me it was the only way to save my brother.
Yes, I did. Do you want him tried again on the evidence? I can arrange it. And I can have you arrested for perjury, sent to prison.
Oh, no, please, let me alone.
Your brother needs money. You need money. I can show you both how to make a lot of it. Quite easily.
We won't do anything criminal.
My plans are quite simple. You look like a girl accustomed to buying expensive jewels. You have only to go into jewelry shops and ask to see certain gems. When they are shown to you, it won't be your fault if your brother and others happen in and take them away.
And suppose we refuse?
You will go to prison for perjury, and the electric chair will be waiting for your brother.
Night to be driving, Lamont.
Sorry, Margot. Wherever Taggart goes, we go.
I detest Taggart. But I'm glad he was able to get Dr. Lambert's parole. I never did believe Dr. Lambert was responsible for that woman's death.
Yes, Margot. I'm glad Lambert is out, too. But I'm sorry for anyone Taggart helps.
Lamont, do you think Taggart means to force him into his crime syndicate, too?
Yes, Margot. The way he's done to Ruth Dale and her brother and many others.
Oh, but those poor people he's forcing into crime must be helped. Why don't you tell Commissioner Weston?
I'm not ready, Margot. It takes a lot of fine threads to make a web of evidence to catch a slippery eel like Taggart. Besides, there are others. I'm out to get political fixer Grogan, Red Doyle, the gangster. They're part of Taggart's crime syndicate.
Lamont, it's raining so hard I can't see. Where are we?
Outside the home of Dr. John Lambert, late of Lingate Prison. And look, there in the driveway. Taggart's car.
What's the next move, Lamont?
Margot, you drive down the road.
Yes, I know, Lamont, and wait.
I'm sorry, Margot. I know it's cold and wet, but I won't be long. I have a notion, Margot, that we'll drive away from here with an ironclad case for Commissioner Weston.
Well, go on, Lamont. I'll wait. Good luck, Shadow.
Oh, why did you get me out, Taggart? What good am I to myself or to anybody? A doctor convicted of murder without a right to practice. Where can I go? The parole board said I can't leave the state. What can I do? The board says I'll be sent back to prison if I don't get a job. Why didn't you let me serve out my sentence? Why didn't you leave me alone?
Easy, take it easy. Because I can use you, Dr. Lambert. I have connections, friends who need a doctor they can trust.
Oh, who would trust me?
You can be trusted because you have reason to hate and fear the law as much as these connections of mine.
But I've got to have a legitimate job or I'll be sent back to prison.
I'll arrange that.
All right, what do I have to do?
It's right in your line as a surgeon. You'll be ready, day or night, to treat gunshot wounds, remove bullets, perhaps graft skin and change faces which have unfortunately found their way into the rogues gallery of the police.
What's in it for me?
Money. Money you'll need for that fresh start when your year's probation is over.
You'd let me go when my probation's up a year from now?
Sure. That's fair enough, isn't it?
Just for 1 year. 12 months. Then money and a chance to get away. Far away. All right, Taggart, I'll do it. When do I start?
I'm afraid, Doctor, you'll have to wait until one of my connections gets hurt. Meanwhile, here's 200 as a retainer. Tell the probation board you're working for me as an investigator, but keep away from my law office. Just stay here and wait till you hear from me.
All right, I understand.
Maybe a week before you get a call. But when it comes, go where you're told. And keep your mouth shut, or you'll go back to the big house for another stretch. That's all, Dr. Lambert.
A Shyster lawyer. A Shyster doctor. You're in good company, John Lambert. Good company. Oh, I've got to stop talking to myself. I'm not in solitary. I'm free. I'm not in prison anymore. What was that? That voice.
No, you're still in prison. You're not free, John Lambert. You'll never be free. They'll never let you go.
A voice. It laughed. It spoke to me. It answered me. Oh, am I losing my mind?
No, Lambert. You're quite sane. But unless you listen to me, you're entering another kind of bondage.
But what is this voice? It can't happen. It can't.
There is more than a voice in this room. I am quite real. Quite close to you. As close as Rex Taggart was a few moments ago.
Hypnosis.
Yes, hypnosis. I'm here in this room, but I've clouded your mind so that you cannot see me.
But who are you? What do you want?
John Lambert, haven't you ever heard a certain name whispered through the dark cells of Lingate Prison? A name associated with the unseen? A name criminals hate and fear?
The Shadow. You are the Shadow?
Yes, but you have no reason to fear me. I believe you're an innocent man, unjustly convicted.
Yeah, the newspaper said I was innocent, too. But I went to prison just the same for 7 long years. Now, Taggart has offered me money, then freedom after a year. What can you offer, Shadow?
A chance to be true to your profession, to yourself.
I have no profession. They took that away from me, and they took my self-respect, too. I'm not Dr. John Lambert, the surgeon. I'm ex-con number 2847, convicted murderer, out on parole because of a Shyster, dirty Shyster lawyer. There is no more Dr. John Lambert.
You're wrong. That was John Lambert speaking just now, crying out against this bargain you've made with Taggart, a swine who never kept a bargain in his life.
Oh, yes. You're right, Shadow. I can't go through with it. And yet, if I don't, Taggart will send me back. You know, he can. He has influence.
I, too, have influence and power, Dr. Lambert.
Dr. Lambert. It's been 7 years and anybody called me doctor without a sneer or a laugh.
What would you give to regain your professional honor? To escape Taggart's bondage?
Oh, don't, Shadow, please.
The law can make amends.
The law?
It needs your help.
Why should I help the law? It destroyed me.
You can help put an end to criminal slavery such as Taggart offers you and countless others. You can help wipe out a vicious racket that enslaves poor unfortunates more than the prison from which they were released.
Prison. Bondage. Yes, that's it. It's bondage. Not freedom, not hope.
You'll never be free. You'll never have hope. Unless...
Unless what, Shadow?
Unless you help me put Taggart and his kind behind bars.
All right, Shadow. I will. I'll do it. I'll do anything you say, because I know I can trust you. Even the men you sent to Lingate, the men who hate and fear you, swear you never break your word.
I'll keep my word, Dr. Lambert.
Tell me what you want me to do.
Do nothing until Taggart's associates call you. Then go where they tell you. But before you go, I want you to phone a certain number.
What number, Shadow?
It's written on the old prescription pad on your desk.
On the old prescription pad?
Yes, Dr. Lambert. On the prescription pad. See it there? Old. 7 years year-old with age. But that number will bring the Shadow to you, wherever you go. And it will mark the beginning of the road back for you and many others, if you do not fail me. If you do not fail the Shadow.
In just a moment, we continue with the Shadow's gripping adventure. first, a warning to all homeowners. Despite the present warm spell, advance reports from meteorologists predict the severest winter in 11 years. So there's no time like right now to order your supply of anthracite. It's the fuel furnaces in this section were especially designed to burn. And it's the fuel which will give you more even, dependable, and healthful heat at less cost. But when you order your supply, don't be content with just any anthracite. Insist on blue coal, and be sure of getting America's finest anthracite. Blue coal is the only trademarked hard coal. It's a guaranteed product of the Glen Alden Coal Company, the world's largest anthracite producer. Each carload as it comes from their mines is carefully tested by inspectors. Only the coal which meets Glen Alden's highest standards of quality is accepted for shipment and trademarked a harmless blue for easy identification. You'll welcome blue coal's greater economy. It burns better, banks better, gives you longer firing periods. So call and order your supply of blue coal tomorrow. Your dealer's name is listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the words Blue Coal. And be sure to ask your dealer about the Blue Coal heat regulator. It's a thermostat which controls your furnace dampers automatically and saves you all the time and trouble of constant furnace attention. It costs only $18.95 plus a nominal installation charge.
I believe this is the end of the trail, Margot.
I hope so, Lamont. When did Dr. Lambert phone you?
About an hour ago. Taggart ordered him to go to the old Empire Hotel
Where's that?
along the beach, about 3 blocks from here. Slow the car down, Margot.
I thought every hotel out here was closed for the winter.
They are. So it makes an ideal headquarters for Taggart's mob.
Why don't you let Commissioner Weston round them up, Lamont? You've done enough.
No, Margot. I promised Weston an airtight case. I've got to be sure the whole outfit is caught with the goods before I give Weston the word to close in.
What makes you so sure this will be the finish?
It's the logical time for the gang to be paid off, Margot. Those 3 big jewel robberies this week, all unquestionably Taggart's gang. A girl going into the stores and asking to see certain valuable gems.
That was Ruth Dale, all right. The description fitted perfectly. But why did they call for Dr. Lambert?
The driver of the getaway car was shot, Margot. Are they 2 to 1? Lambert is treating him right now.
Be careful he doesn't have to take a bullet out of the shadow.
Oh, let's stop right here, Margot. Yeah, this is close enough. Now, Margot, wait and keep the short wave tuned in on the band the shadow always uses. Phone Weston the minute I give the word. Then go straight back to town and wait for me.
Lamont, if I don't hear from you in an hour...
You'll still stay away from the Empire Hotel, Margot Lane. That's an order.
Lamont Cranston, there are times when I wish I'd never heard of the shadow. Well, go on, Lamont, and get this over with.
Give me a drink. Give me my cut, Doyle. Doyle, you gotta get me out of here. Shut Doyle. Tiger, get rolling me, pal. I don't want to burn. I don't want to burn, Doyle. Easy now, please. Please take it easy.
Listen, Doc.
Yes?
Keep that guy quiet. Give him something to shut him up. That's what we're paying you for.
The man is delirious, Doyle. Why didn't you call me sooner?
Fix him up and don't ask so many questions.
Where's Tiger? Where's Tiger?
He's in the next room. What do you care? Now, you do as you're told and shut that guy up. Come on, Doyle. Let's get this split ticket out. Okay, Tiger. Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Doyle, don't ditch me. Throw me down. I'm sorry, fella, but I guess I'll have to put you under. Oh, why doesn't the shadow come? They're all here. Why doesn't he come?
I am here, Dr. Lambert. I've been here for several minutes.
Shadow. Thank heavens you found the place.
Well, Tiger, give the man a hypo if he can stand it. Put him to sleep.
I've already given it to him, but he should be in a hospital.
He'll be on his way to a hospital in a few minutes.
Are those the men you want out there, Shadow? Red Doyle is the actual leader of the gang, but Tiger gives the order. I don't know anything about Grogan.
Grogan is the rottenest of the lot. He's a political fixer, without whom no big gang can operate.
I hope you're not going to tackle them alone.
No, but we're going to hold them in the next room until the police can close in. Commissioner Weston is waiting for word from me. Can you handle a gun?
Yes. Here. This wounded man has gone under. He won't give us any trouble.
Good. Quick now. Take his gun over there on the table.
All right, Shadow. It's loaded.
Good. Now pocket that gun. Go in that other room. Get as close to Taggart as you can. When I speak, grab Taggart and shove that gun in his back. Don't let anyone get behind you.
All right, Shadow. You haven't failed me so far, and I trust you now.
Calling Margot Lane. Phone Weston at the 17th Precinct Station. He is there, ready and waiting. Tell him to surround and raid the Empire Hotel. Break into basement. Let no one escape. That is all. Taggart. The split is all figured out. Now, here's the payoff sheet.
All right, Doyle. Pay off the punks first and get them out of here.
Okay. Come here, Rootdale. Now, here's your cut. $50.
I don't want it. I won't take it. $50. $50 for turning criminal, helping rob 3 jewelry stores. You got $50,000 worth of gems. The newspaper said so.
Quit reading the papers. They always double a haul.
$50 for helping you.
The fence only paid us $10 grand for the stuff. There was 5 of my regular boys who did the dirty work. $1 grand for Taggart, the Springers, if things went haywire. $1 grand to Grogan for a fix just in case and the getaway
You
car.
better take it, Ruth. There's no other way.
Take it or leave it. Only remember what I told you. The electric chair's still waiting for your brother here.
Oh, please, I don't want the money. I don't care. Just let us
Out
go.
of the way, dame. All right, Dale. Here's your cut. $100.
Don't take it, Harry. Don't.
Better take your share, Dale. Next time I may not be able to spring you.
No, my sister's right. I didn't want to get mixed up in this. You made me, Taggart. I'm getting out with Ruth.
Don't try it. Nobody quits. All right, now beat it, punks. Go on upstairs. Doyle and Grogan and I have got some things to talk over.
Well, what about me, Taggart?
Oh, I almost forgot you, Lambert. Didn't see you standing behind me. Give the doc 200, Doyle. How's the patient?
As well as could be expected.
Don't worry if you lose him. He's a dumbbell anyhow.
Come on, Doyle. Let you, Taggart, and me get down to business.
Okay, Grogan. Come on, Dale. You and your sister and Lambert beat it. Not so fast, gentlemen.
What's that? Who was that?
Just an unseen guest at the division of the spoils of crime. Taggart, there's only one guy that laughs like that. A guy nobody's even seen.
The Shadow.
Yes, Taggart. The Shadow. Boss, he's come for a cut. Give it to him. He's poisoned.
He'll get a cut.
Stand still, Taggart. Don't move.
Lambert! What are you doing? Let go of me! Take that gun out of my back, you fool! Doyle! Grogan! Help me!
They move, I'll shoot, Taggart.
Well done, Dr. Lambert. Careful, Taggart.
Lambert, you double-crossing...
Shut up, Taggart. Doyle, throw your gun on the table. Throw it. Now you, Grogan.
I don't carry a gun.
Hurry, Dale. Search Grogan.
Right.
Miss Dale, you search Taggart.
All right.
Grogan hasn't got a gun, Shadow.
Taggart hasn't either.
Don't move. Those sirens mean Commissioner Weston and the police are coming to the feast of the unholy 3.
Shadow, I don't want to get mixed up with this gang. Taggart arranged my parole and forced me into it.
Will you tell that to a grand jury, Dale?
Yes. Yes, I'll testify. I'll testify against them. And my sister will, too, won't you, Ruth?
Yes, I'll tell the police everything. I'll tell them, Shadow.
If you turn state's evidence, you'll both go free. I have Commissioner Weston's promise.
So you're working with Commissioner Weston, eh, Shadow?
I've always worked for law and order. Keep away from those books on the table, Grogan. Dale, pick up those books. Hold on to them. Give them to Weston when he gets here.
You can't pin anything on me, Shadow.
Your name is in those books. You're on the payroll, Grogan. Those books will send you up for 20 years.
The cops are coming down here, Taggart. Don't move, Taggart.
Stay where you are, Doyle.
Stand where you are, all of you. Don't move.
Mr. Weston, here are the gang's books.
Thanks, Dale. I know all about you. All right, Dr. Lambert. You can take that gun out of Taggart's back. I know all about you, too.
You'll sweat for this, Weston.
Well, if it isn't my old pain in the neck, Grogan, a political fixer.
He's part of the gang. He's on the payroll.
You ain't got nothing on me.
What about this girl here, Commissioner?
She's all right, too. Don't put the cuffs on her. Red Doyle, Taggart, Grogan. What a night's work.
You never pin anything on me, Weston.
Save your Shyster breath for the trial, Taggart. All right, take him away, boys.
Right here, Commissioner.
Sergeant. Yes, sir. Take Harry Dale and his sister Ruth and Dr. Lambert to my office. Get their statements and have them wait for me.
Yes, Commissioner.
There's a wounded man in the other room, Commissioner. He's badly hurt.
Sergeant, get him and rush him to the hospital. All right, boys, take these crooks out of here. Shadow?
Yes, Commissioner.
Thanks. You certainly handed me an airtight case against 3 of the biggest crooks in the city.
You'll keep your promise to help Dr. Lambert, Dale, and his sister?
You kept your promise. I'll keep mine.
That's all I ask.
You're a strange man, Shadow. That's all you ever ask.
I told you I was just a citizen interested in law enforcement, in seeing the innocent protected and the guilty punished. Goodbye, Commissioner. Until we meet again.
In just a moment, we have a surprise for you. A preview of next week's exciting Shadow adventure. But first, here's John Barclay, Blue Coal's heating expert, with some more helpful information to all householders. Mr. Barclay.
Thank you, Ken Roberts, and good evening, friends. Many people write in to tell me that they don't get the best heating results from the amount of coal they put on the fire. Well, that may be caused by losing heat up the chimney. Chimney loss is a common source of trouble and unnecessary waste of coal. However, it's an easy matter to remedy. The next time you fix the fire, move the handle of your turn damper, that disc inside the smoke pipe, 1/16 of an inch toward the closed position. If the fire continues to burn freely, turn it another 1/16 of an inch. Repeat this operation until you move the turn damper as near as possible to the closed position. For the nearer the turn damper to the closed position, the smaller the chimney loss. When you've found the ideal adjustment, mark the position with a piece of chalk on the smoke pipe and leave your dampers there throughout the burning season. If you find you have any other particular heating problem, I'd suggest you call your blue coal dealer. He'll place a trained John Barkley heating serviceman at your disposal. You'll find him fully qualified to check over your furnace and show you how to get better heat at less cost. I thank you.
Now, a preview of next week's shadow story, Black Rock.
Martin, and you too, Ward. You're working for me now. What I say goes.
Okay, Burkett, we get it.
What's the gag? A big business executive like you turning crook.
Shut up, you two, and listen to me. Now, here's the setup. I'm going to steal, or shall I say acquire, the entire profits, $2 million of my company.
Oh, boy, I get it, and then leave all the poor stockholders holding the bag.
You'd take candy from a baby, wouldn't you?
Don't worry. You two guys, you'll get your cut.
Will innocent stockholders be robbed by an unscrupulous profiteer, or will the Shadow be able to protect them? Find out next week when you hear the Shadow's newest adventure, Black Rock. This program has been a dramatized version of one of the many copyrighted stories which appear in the Shadow magazine, now on sale at your local newsstand. All the characters and all the places named are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
Next week, same time, same station, Blue Coal, America's finest anthracite, will again present The Shadow. Be sure to listen and be sure to burn Blue Coal, the solid fuel for solid comfort.
The Shadow, mysterious character who aids those in distress and helps the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the unseen voice belongs. The only one who knows the true identity of that master of other people's minds, the Shadow. Today's story, Black Rock.
All ready for takeoff, Martin. And what a takeoff. Right straight to a watery grave. She only knew it.
Listen, Ward, you better not let Burkett hear you shooting off your mouth like that.
I ain't scared of that swindler. He ain't got nothing on me.
Oh, no. Nothing at all, except that you're a pilot without a license who's been making his living flying smuggled dope.
So what? Don't think I can't see what goes on. I know that Burkett swindled his stockholders out of a couple of $1 million. And now he's skipping in this plane.
Well, what if he is? You're getting paid plenty, ain't you?
Sure.
Oh, hello, Mr. Burkett.
Is the plane ready to take off? Yeah. He's fueled to the limits. Fly 1,500 miles if necessary.
The supplies are all loaded, too, boss.
Well, you know our course. We're heading for Nova Scotia. Yeah. Mr. Burkett. Mr. Burkett.
Harvey, what are you doing here?
I followed you.
Yeah?
Where are you going, Mr. Burkett?
Well, what's that to you, Harvey?
I happen to know that you're absconding with the company's funds.
Now, see here, Harvey.
Mr. Burkett, you can't do this. Think what will happen to me, to the stockholders, everyone.
Harvey, I'm not running out on you. You don't know what you're saying.
I do know what I'm saying. I know that in that suitcase you have $2 million of the company's funds. You made me president, and I'm responsible for those funds. I'll be ruined. Ruined, do you hear? Now give me back that money.
Let go of that bag, Harvey.
Give it to me, I say. You're stealing the company's money.
What? Martin, take care of him, will you?
Give me that.
Listen, punk, shut up.
I won't. I want that money. I want that money.
Give it to him, Martin.
That'll stop that.
Nice work, Martin. Throw him out of the plane.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's get out of here.
So you cleaned out your company, huh, Burkett? Robbed your poor, dear, trusting stockholders.
You're not supposed to know about this, Ward.
Oh, no? Not even the $2 million you got salted in that suitcase?
You were hired to pilot this plane, and that's all. So get the plane off the ground.
Okay. As long as I get my cut.
Don't worry, Ward. You'll get yours.
X1752. That's the plane, Captain. I remember the number. I heard a radio broadcast about her last night. So that's what happened to the poor devils. Lost their course and dropped into the sea. Look lively there, lads. Lend a hand and we'll haul that wing aboard. Aye, sir. Get the line ready, lad. Shall I get the dories over, Captain? Not in this fog. We'll cruise about. I've a notion we'll find no trace of the three poor devils that were aboard her. Poor devils? Rich devils, you mean, sir? Burkett stole $2 million from the poor stockholders of the company. Aye. All the money in the world will do them no good in Davy Jones' locker. Aye. The rest of the plane is on the bottom of the banks, and them rascals in it. Aye, mate. Lost. Take my life on it. Lost forever. and $2 million of poor people's money lost with them.
Extra, extra! Swindler's plane found in sea. Burkett and companions believed drowned. Paper, paper! Police seek Frank Harvey, missing company president for questioning. Extra, extra!
Lamont, do you mean that the poor man really had nothing to do with the money being stolen?
Absolutely nothing, Margot. That's why we're driving down here. Frank Harvey is an honest man. He was set up as president of the company by Burkett. Harvey thought it was a legitimate investment house.
Then why can't he tell that to the police?
Because, unfortunately, that would never hold in a courtroom. As head of the firm, he's directly responsible to the people for their stolen money.
Where did you say you'd meet him?
He's hiding down by Miller's Creek.
Is that right down this road?
Yes. I think it's this third cottage here. Let's get out and see.
All right, Lamont. Hey, there's someone in the window. He's waving for us to come in.
Yes, that's Harvey. We go in the side door.
How long has he been hiding here?
About a week, I believe. Mr. Cranston. Hello, Harvey. Come in, please. Thank you. This is Miss Lane, Mr. Harvey. How do you do?
How do you do?
I'm so glad you could come here, Mr. Cranston. I hope I can be of service. Well, that's a pretty forlorn hope, I guess. What with Burkett presumably at the bottom of the sea. Presumably, Mr. Harvey? Yes. You see, I can't make myself believe that he's dead. I'm inclined to agree with you on that. You are?
Why, Lamont?
Well, for one thing, Margot, their bodies were never found.
Lamont, I don't like to be stubborn, but the Atlantic is a mighty big pond.
Yes. But I also know that when Burkett planned his getaway, he wouldn't have figured on flying across the ocean in a plane with a cruising range of only 600 miles.
They were flying to Canada and got off their course.
Yes, that's true. No, Harvey. Ward, although crooked, was an excellent pilot. He was an expert navigator. He knew blind flying.
Then, since you think they're alive, how did their plane crash 200 miles at sea? Fly itself?
Fly itself? Margot, you've given me an idea. It's the only thing I haven't been able to figure out. What are the things you have figured out, Mr. Cranston? I'm afraid I can't tell you right now, but if they work, the missing money will be returned to the stockholders, and your name will be cleared, Mr. Harvey.
What do you expect to find at the airport at this time of night, Lamont?
I'd like to take a look around the hangar where Burkett kept his plane, Margot.
Well, what can you learn there?
I'm going to stake everything on a shot in the dark.
There's no one in that hangar but the watchman. He doesn't know anything, or if he does, the police and the G-men didn't get it out of him. So how can you hope...
I'm going to ask him one question, Margot. How could a ghost airplane fly 200 miles and crash into the sea?
And do you expect an answer from him?
Not I, but the shadow does. Look. Look through those windows.
Yes.
There's the watchman. He's asleep. I won't wake him, Margot. It'll be easier for the hypnotic powers of the shadow to force his subconscious mind to answer the question.
I'll wait out here, Lamont.
In a few minutes, we'll know if Burkett really went to his death in the wrecked plane. couldn't tell about the extra fuel tanks.
Yes. Keep remembering, Carson.
The automatic pilot.
Sleep, Carson. Dream on.
No, I won't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody about those long flights you took, Mr. Burkett.
Where did I go on those trips, Carson? Remember now.
Black Rock. No, I won't tell them.
Why did I install an automatic pilot, Carson? Why?
To fly. Black Rock. 1,000 miles and land. And then Ward was to take the ship up and set the automatic pilot and bail out.
So that's it. A ghost plane flown by a robot pilot cruising seaward until his gas ran out.
Yeah.
Where is Black Rock, Carson? Where is Black Rock?
Black Rock is 25 miles off the coast. Wait. What am I saying? Who's that? Don't move! Do not!
We must be getting near Black Rock, Lamont.
Yes, Margot. I hope we reach it before it gets too dark to land the plane.
We've come a long way since we left New York this morning.
It's exactly 1,000 miles to Black Rock.
And how far off the coast of Labrador?
About 25 miles.
Burkett certainly picked a secluded spot. Just the dot of an island on this map.
Margot, hand me the glasses. I think I see land.
Where, Lamont?
Straight ahead. Yes, that's it, Margot. A lobe-shaped Black Rock. There's supposed to be a small cove to the landward side.
How can this seaplane land with all this ice in the water?
I've got to hope for enough open water, Margot.
But Lamont, if Burkett and his gang are on Black Rock, they'll hear the plane.
Can't be helped. If it's possible to land, I'm going ashore tonight.
You want me to stay in the plane?
Yes. You'd better keep this rifle, in case they try to board the plane while I'm ashore.
Rock gets larger as we get nearer. How will you find them? They may hide until we go.
The shadow will find them, Margot. There can't be many places to hide.
I don't see a sign of life, not even a hut or a tent.
According to explorers' reports, there are several large sea caves. They may be using one of those.
There's the inlet on the landward side, Lamont. It's easily free of ice.
Yes, I see it. Hold on, Margot. I'm going to try to land in that open water.
Heaven help us if we hit any pack ice.
Get out the life preservers, just in case.
We'd freeze to death in that water.
Steady. This is it.
You made it, Lamont. You made it.
Yes. And now the shadow must do the rest.
Cave, right by the edge of the water. Keep that lantern up, will you? Want me to break my neck?
Oh, if I hold it any higher, Burkett will see it.
Well, let him see it. I'll kill him if he tries to keep it from getting off this blasted rock this time.
Burkett will kill us if he catches us trying to get that plane in the cove.
Hey, who do you suppose it is after us?
What do we care? It's a plane, ain't it? A chance to get away from Burkett.
Well, I ain't leaving without that money. Not after the way he starved us, kicked us around like dogs.
All right. We'll get the plane. Then we'll take care of Burkett.
All right. Here's the cove. Look, I told you we'd find it, didn't I?
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, let's pull out to that plane.
Oh, we gotta get the...
Shut up, Martin. Listen. I heard something like somebody laughing. Laughing at us.
You're crazy. It's the wind.
Oh. You hear that? Somebody's close to us, watching us. Get down. Maybe Burkett. Hide.
I heard it, too.
Put out the lantern, quick.
It's no use. I'm not Burkett. You cannot hide from me in the darkness.
Some guy from that plane. All right, come on into the light and be quick about it, fella. Cover him with your gun, Martin.
I can't see him.
I'm standing in the light, close to you. But you cannot see me.
What do you want?
I've come for you.
It's the cops, Ward. It's the cops. They found him.
No, it's not the police, Mr. Martin.
Then who are you?
You've been in prison, both of you. Haven't you ever heard of the Shadow?
Shadow? Guy nobody's ever seen.
Not the Shadow. Not on this forsaken rock.
The end of the world is not far enough to hide you from me.
Ward, that voice. I've heard Carnes talk about it. It's him. He's here. There's been a slip. He's come for us.
Yeah? All right. But getting us is another thing. Now, don't come near me, Shadow. I'll drill you, even if I can't see you.
I'll take you when the time comes. But first I mean to get Burkett and the $2 million he stole and clear the name of Frank Harvey.
Well, you can have Burkett, but you'll never get that $2 million, Shadow.
Not one of you will escape.
How did you find us? That watchman squealed, didn't he? I warned Burkett.
Come on, Ward. We gotta find Burkett. He'll know what to do.
Yes, go to Burkett. Warn him the Shadow is here. Tell him you'll never leave Black Rock alive. Never live to spend the fruits of your crime.
Burkett! Hey, Burkett! Burkett! Are you here in the cave? What is the matter with you, Martin? Where have you been?
Been around at the cove, watching that plane. Do you know who was in it?
Yes, of course I know. Just a girl. And she won't give us any trouble. I've seen to that. A girl? And he didn't come alone. I don't know what you fools are talking about. Who didn't come alone?
The Shadow. The Shadow is on Black Rock.
The Shadow? Why, you're crazy. No, he's here. He said we'd never leave the island alive. Oh, how did the Shadow know that we didn't perish for the plane? That watchman at the airport must have squealed. So the Shadow trailed us 1,000 miles to this forsaken hideaway and played right into our hands. What's so funny?
What do you mean?
Look over there. See who's gagged and tied to that cot.
What? Look, he's got the girl.
How did you do it? How did you get her out of the plane? I went out in the boat and I merely gave her the choice of coming ashore or having the plane's pontoons riddled with bullets. But the Shadow was on the rock here, looking for us. Well, let him find us. We'll give him the choice of giving himself up or seeing his girlfriend put in one of the lower sea caves until the tide comes in.
That'd be murder.
Oh. Well, that shouldn't bother you. You and Ward have been watching for a chance to murder me ever since we came to Black Rock. You know why, don't you? Because you've been starving us to death. For your own good, you fool. We've got 7 months of winter ahead of us. If the food gives out before we can leave here next summer, we'll die by slow starvation.
That is just how you will die. Unless you tell me the hiding place of the $2 million, Burkett.
The Shadow. He's here, in the sea cave. He followed us.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Shadow. Now we can settle this. I'll make a bargain with you.
The Shadow doesn't bargain with criminals, Burkett.
I've got the girl who came with you. There she is. Look at her. I'll give you 2 minutes to come out of the shadows and give yourself up.
Give myself up to be murdered? Drowned in the lower sea caves? Oh, no, Burkett.
You have no choice. We'll drown the girl.
Burkett, listen to me. Would you have the murder of an innocent girl on your conscience in your last days and hours when you are slowly starving to death on this barren island?
You can't scare us, Shadow. We've plenty of food.
You had plenty of food, Burkett. But look at it now. Look at the chests of food you have so carefully hoarded. Look at them.
Burkett, look. Yeah? The locks are smashed. The chests have been opened. What?
Burkett, look. The flour. The dried meat. It's soaked.
Soaked without kerosene. Look, this chest is the same. We can't eat it.
But what about the canned stuff? The canned stuff. He couldn't spoil that.
Get away from those cases, Martin.
No, you don't. You're not going to keep what's left for yourself. I'm taking the rest of this food, and I'm going to the mainland now.
Put down that case, Martin.
Put it down, I tell you. You ain't going to starve me to death, you crooked rat.
All right, Martin. You won't starve to death. No, you won't starve.
Oh!
Burkett, you didn't even give him a chance.
catch you. Don't be a fool, Ward. Put down that gun. Now, listen, there's enough food for us, and I need you. If I couldn't stay here alone, I'd go crazy.
There's only food enough for one man, Burkett. And I'm going to be that man.
No, you don't, Ward.
You wing me. Wing me, you devil. Go on, finish the job. Finish me. Better than starving to death. I had enough of that.
Ward! Ward! I only meant to scare you.
Ward is not dead, Burkett. Your bullet's in his shoulder. Shock. Hunger. That's all. Now, what kind of a bargain will you make?
I make no bargains with you, Shadow. Remember, I've still got the girl.
No, Burkett. She's gone. Look on the cot. Her ropes are cut. She's gone.
Gone. You cut her loose.
Yes. While you fought each other.
If I could only see you.
You'll never live to see another human face if you don't give yourself up.
No. No, I've sacrificed everything for that $2 million, and I'll never give it up.
You've got to give it up, Burkett. Do you want to stay here starving, freezing to death for nothing? Now, tell me, where have you hidden the money?
No. No.
Tell me, I say. Where's the money you stole from the thousands of poor and trusting people you betrayed?
Oh, you'll never get it. They'll never get it.
Burkett, warn you, Martin you, but you don't seem to realize I have the power to make you obey me. Don't move, Burkett. That's it. Stare into space. Keep staring into the shadows.
No. No.
Drop that gun, Burkett. Drop that gun. Your fingers can't hold it. Can't hold it. Drop that gun. Drop it. Now, where have you hidden the money?
Under the chest.
You're a fool, Burkett. Like all criminals. You've told me what I want to know. Margot.
Yes.
Margot, take the ropes from the cot. Tie Burkett's hands behind him. He can't move.
All right, Shadow.
Hurry, Margot, hurry. Draw his hands behind his back. Tie them. Tight. Tight. Now, Margot, get out. Get back to the plane. Hurry. Hurry.
No. No, Shadow. Shadow, don't. Don't leave me here to die. I'll give up the money. I'll go back and stand trial.
Yes, Burkett, you'll give up the money that was never yours. You'll go back and stand trial, both you and Ward. I've wrecked your boats. You can't escape. And tomorrow, a Coast Guard cutter of the North Atlantic Ice Patrol will pick you up. They'll take you back to pay for your crimes.
plane's radio tuned in on their regular band. They'll notify their shore base they're proceeding to Black Rock.
Ice Patrol cutter calling.
There it is now.
Hello? Hello? Ice Patrol cutter proceeding to Black Rock under forced draft. Proceeding to Black Rock under forced draft.
They believe you, Lamont. They believe the shadow.
Set your course homeward, Margot. Our job is finished.
Oh, Lamont, think what it means. All those poor people will get their money back. They won't suffer. They won't lose their homes. And Mr. Harvey's name will be cleared.
Yes, Margot. And this will be a warning to others that even the best laid plans of the smartest criminals can fail. There is no perfect crime.
Your local blue coal dealer presents The Shadow. These half-hour dramatizations are designed to forcibly demonstrate to old and young alike that crime does not pay.
Before the Shadow's adventure begins, here's news that no homeowner can afford to miss. When you order fuel, remember that there's a tremendous difference between various kinds of anthracite. And remember that there's only one trademarked anthracite, blue coal. Blue coal is a superior quality fuel, a guaranteed product of the world's largest hard coal producer. So when you call and ask for blue coal by name, you're assuring yourself of better heat at less cost. Why not order your supply from your nearest blue coal dealer tomorrow? The Shadow, mysterious character who aids those in distress and helps the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. His friend and companion, Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the unseen voice belongs, the only one who knows the true identity of that master of other people's minds, the Shadow. Today's story, Death is Blind.
Ladies and gentlemen, just see my free outside.
Come on, Lamont. If I have to inspect another blue ribbon pig or prize pumpkin pie, I think I'll faint.
Nonsense, Margot. We've hardly seen anything yet.
Who'd have thought the dignified Lamont Cranston would go crazy about a county fair?
Now, Margot, you don't begrudge me a little relaxation, do you?
Relaxation? Isn't it enough you're leaving tonight for a week's hunting trip by yourself? I should think that would be enough relaxation for anybody.
Well, maybe you're right at that. Wait a minute.
Oh, now, Lamont, that's just a shooting gallery. You've seen shooting galleries before.
Come on, Margot. You can just walk by it anyhow.
Oh, Lamont, you're incorrigible. All right, I'm with you.
Hey, watch him shoot. That guy's a sharpshooter. Hey! Did you see that shot? He had his back to the target, and he shot over his shoulder, looked in the mirror. Boy, that's some shooting, huh?
What's going on? I can't see over these people.
Beginning to get interested, eh, Margot? Come on. Let's try to get closer.
Heavens, what a crowd.
Squeeze in here now. Yeah, that's right. Now, can you see?
Yes, perfectly.
Oh, it must be the boy standing by the counter there who's been doing this miraculous shooting.
Look, he's going to shoot again. The man behind the counter is handing him another gun.
Hey, Arthur, would you like to try another shot?
Oh, gee, I don't believe so. I'm sorry, but...
Walter, do not go.
Oh, Dr. Layden, I didn't know you were here.
I've been in the crowd watching. I'm proud of you, Walter. What I've just seen you do is a credit to my
Oh,
teaching.
thank you, Dr. Layden.
Lamont, that old man with the hunchback, the one the boy calls Dr. Layden.
Yes, what about it?
Oh, I don't know. There's something I think it's his eyes.
Well, you know who he is, don't you?
Should I? Who is he?
Pictures in the papers occasionally. That's Dr. Franz Layden, head of the research laboratories of the Jordan Process Company. They're plants in this town.
I don't care who he is. That's face it. It's evil, Lamont. He gives me the shivers. Let's go.
Go quiet. I want to hear this.
Yes, but Dr. Layden, I ought to go home. You see, my mother didn't...
Not yet, Walter.
Did I understand you to say, sir, that you're responsible for this boy's remarkable skill with a pistol?
Yes, I think I can say I am in a way. He had the natural instincts himself, of course, but I helped him develop them. You see, Walter has not only the perfect eye, but the perfect ear. It is a rare gift.
Here? What's the ear got to do with marksmanship?
I will demonstrate. Walter?
No, please, Dr.
Walter,
Layden.
you will do as I say.
Yes, Dr. Layden.
Now I take this handkerchief.
Look, Lamont. He's blindfolding the boy.
I wonder just what...
Now he is completely blindfolded. He can see nothing. Can you, Walter?
No, Dr. Layden.
The boy will now give you a demonstration of marksmanship that I bet you have never seen before nor will see again. Give him the loaded pistol.
Here, now, wait a minute.
We have conducted this experiment safely many times before.
Well, all right. Here's the gun.
Take it, Walter. That's right. Now, this blindfolded boy, unable to see anything at all, will shoot once and hit the bullseye of that target.
Safe. I'm getting out of here.
Calm yourselves, everybody. There is no danger.
How's he going to know which direction to shoot in?
That's where the ear comes in. You take this cane of mine, stand by the target, and when I give you the signal, strike the gun in the center of the target with the cane. The sound of the gun will give Walter his cue. His ear will give him the direction, and his shot will hit the bullseye.
With me standing there, huh? Not on your life. The guy's good, but how do I know he's that good?
You doubt my word?
Well, mister, I don't say I doubt it, but if he's going to play William Tell, he can do it with somebody else.
You are cowards. All cowards. I will strike the gun. I said. Are you ready, Walter?
Yes, I'm ready.
Good. I will strike the gun.
Bullseye, blindfolded!
Impossible. You see, what did I tell you? He struck the bullseye blindfolded. Now, do you doubt my word?
Come on, Margot. Let's go.
Yes, it's about time.
Margot, you realize how powerless the shadow would be against a boy like that?
Yes, I know, and just as the boy was about to shoot, did you see that old man? He was trembling, and his face was white as a mask.
Yes, I noticed that. Definitely not nice.
I wonder what it means.
I don't know. This way, Margot. Here's the car.
Oh, now you're the one who's in a hurry. You've got plenty of time to get back to town and pack. The train doesn't leave till 9:30.
I know. I may have something else I want to do first.
Something else? What?
If I knew definitely, I'd tell you, Margot. Offhand, it looks as if the shadow...
The shadow? Now, Lamont, when you agreed to take this hunting trip, it was to be an absolute rest. And you promised me you'd forget all about the shadow, for a week at least.
I know. That's just what I intend to do. But before I go...
Yes?
Well, before I go, I think the shadow is going to imitate our young friend Walter back there and take a shot in the dark.
Dr. Layton.
Hey?
I just wanted to ask whether you need me here in the laboratory anymore tonight.
Walter, don't you know enough not to talk to me when I'm engaged in an experiment?
Sorry, sir. I just thought that...
Don't pay any attention to me, my boy. When I'm absorbed in my work, I'm afraid I may be a little irritable.
Well, I do my best, sir.
Yes, I know, my boy. You're a great help to me, Walter. I picked you especially from over 1,000 applicants to train in research work.
I'm sorry, sir, if I interrupted your experiment.
That's all right, my boy. The experiment is worthless anyhow. You run along home and don't think too harshly of me for my little outbreaks.
Oh, I won't, sir. You know I won't. You've been wonderful to me, giving me this opportunity to study under your direction. I only hope that
Don't worry, my boy. As I just said, you're invaluable to me. And I think in the future, you're going to be more so.
I appreciate that, sir. Oh, good night, Dr. Layton.
Good night, my boy.
You know I'd do anything in the world for you and Jordan.
For me and the Jordan Company. The Jordan Company. Bah! A group of hot-bellied capitalists living off someone else's brains. If it hadn't been for me, there would have been no Jordan process. I made the Jordan Company, and they take it away from me because they have money and I have none. They have the fine homes and the expensive cars, while I'm left to rot in this laboratory where nobody ever comes. Nobody even knows I'm here. But soon my revenge will come, and no one will suspect. And what is it? Who laughs?
Don't you know me, Dr. Layton?
Know you? How should I know you? Who are you?
Many people would like to know, Doctor. But for want of a better name, they call me the Shadow.
Shadow. What is this childish hocus-pocus?
Others have called it childish hocus-pocus in the past, Doctor. They have lived to regret it.
Are you trying to threaten me?
No, Doctor. Not threaten. Warn is the better word.
You're trying to warn me? Warn me against what?
I believe you know as well as I do.
Oh, you know nothing. You can't. Don't try to bluff me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Perhaps not, Doctor. But don't forget, I shall be watching you.
You're mad.
I shall be watching you.
They're after me. Everybody's after me. They're spying on me. Oh, I must hurry, or it will be too late. Who's there?
Hey, Dr. Layton. I was just passing the door on my way out, and I thought I heard you say something. Were you calling me?
Oh, yes, Walter. Oh, I'm glad you're still here. I'm afraid you won't be able to go home right away after all. Yes, there's a particular experiment I want to make. I was going to put it off for a few days, but I think I'd better do it tonight before I forget. Wouldn't you to forget? Would it, Walter?
No, sir.
That's right. You're a good boy, Walter. A very good boy. Now, let me see. A little of this powder in the retort. Then a pinch of, like the Bunsen burner, Walter.
Yes, sir.
There. We're almost ready. We fill the retort with this liquid. Now we put it over the flame. You watch this, Walter. When it boils, let me know. I will prepare the other ingredient.
Is there anything else I can do to help Dr. Layton?
No, thank you, my boy. Just watch that liquid. I want to know as soon as it boils. Can't afford to let any of it boil away, you know.
Yes, sir. I'm watching. It's boiling now, sir.
Good. Now, the success of this experiment depends on you.
What do you want me to do?
I have here a certain powder. I want you to take this powder, and when I give you the word, drop it into that boiling liquid.
Oh, I see, sir.
Wait, now that is not all. You drop the powder in. I want you to observe closely what changes occur in the liquid.
Well, that doesn't sound very difficult.
It is more difficult than you think because of my calculations are correct. Those changes will be very minute, hardly visible to the naked eye. My eyes are bad. That's why I want you to watch.
Well, I'll watch very carefully, sir. My eyesight's very good.
Almost as good as your hearing aids. Now, when I give you the word, drop the powder. And don't take your eyes off that liquid. Are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Go ahead then. What are you waiting for? My eyes!
We continue with the second part of the Shadow's thrilling adventure in just a moment. Meantime, a question. Men, wouldn't you like to end those tiresome trips to the furnace for your wife or other members of the family? Wouldn't you like to know that when you fix the furnace and leave the house in the morning, the fire would burn steadily throughout the day and give more even, more dependable, and more useful heat? If you want that kind of time and trouble-saving performance from your fuel, then insist on blue coal when you order anthracite. Blue coal is different from any other anthracite. It's a medium, free-burning hard coal. That means it will burn steadily and more evenly, right down to a fine, powdery ash. With blue coal, there's far greater all-around economy. There's less heat lost up the chimney, far less wasted unburned coal in your ash pit. And, too, you'll find that blue coal requires less furnace attention. It's carefully sized, so that it banks better, burns better, and can be handled far more easily. Furnaces in this part of the country were especially designed to burn anthracite. So if you want America's finest anthracite, order blue coal. Then you'll be sure to get better heat at less cost. Call your blue coal dealer tomorrow. You'll find his name listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the words blue coal. Play safe. Don't take chances with ordinary anthracites. Save money with blue coal, the only trademarked anthracite. It's the solid fuel for solid comfort. Order your supply tomorrow.
Who is it? It's Gates, Dr. Layton. Agnes? Oh, yes, Gates. Come in, come in.
Sorry to bother you at home like this, Dr. Layton, but I wanted to see you about that unfortunate boy, Walter Dunn, who was injured in your laboratory several days ago.
Well, what about him?
Well, as personnel manager of the Jordan Company, I'm especially concerned about the boy. I understand at the hospital that the poor fellow will be totally blind for life.
Too bad, but accidents will happen.
We're paying all his hospital and doctor's bills, of course, and in addition, the directors had a meeting today, and they thought it was only right for the company to make some provision for the boy's future. And Mr. Gilmore, the president of the company, thought that perhaps you could suggest what's the best thing to do.
Oh, Mr. Gilmore thought that, did he? Well, Mr. Gates, I'll tell you what I'd advise the company to do in the case of Walter Dunn.
And what's that?
Exactly nothing.
But, Dr. Layton, surely you would...
Suppose I were to tell you that Walter Dunn was a worthless, no-good scoundrel, that I caught him making tracings of various things I was working on here in the laboratory with the intention of selling them to our competitors.
Well, you can't be serious.
I never was more serious in my life. The boy spied on me. He spied on me, I tell you. Luckily, I discovered him before he could do any great damage.
Well, of course, what you told me alters the situation considerably, Dr. Layton.
Yes, I thought it might.
Well, I hardly think it will be necessary for the company to take any further responsibility for Walter Dunn.
I'm sorry to have to bring this up when the boy is in such trouble. But after all, my first loyalty is to the Jordan Company. Eh, Gates? The officers are such a splendid group of men.
Thank you, Dr. Lake. Now that you're blind for life, Walter, you must try to be a best broadcast. Blind? I'm blind. Yes, and I'm afraid it's going to be very difficult to get along with your mother's support. I know it. Of course, the company should have made some provision for your future. After all, if they hadn't supplied the laboratory with inferior chemicals, that explosion never would have happened. You told me all that before. And if you didn't, you know that what you're going to do is... What I'm going to do is best. Exactly. Remember, I went to Mr. Gilmore, the president, and to the directors myself and pleaded with them. But to no avail. They absolutely refused to help you. They refused to help me. I'll show them. I'll show them. Oh, you get excited, Walter? Might spoil your air. Where are they? I'll show them. I wouldn't be surprised if we met Mr. Gilmore coming along here any minute now. He generally walks home from his club this way about this time. I'll show them. Ah, here comes somebody now. Ah, it is Mr. Gilmore, Walter, the man who wouldn't help you. Now, I'll just sit behind the screen, and don't forget to put the gun in his hand. Afterward, I won't forget. Good. Good. Pardon me. Yes, young man? Could you please tell me the time? I'm blind, you see. Why, of course. Hey, aren't you Walter?
Hello. What's the idea of waking me up at this? What's that? Gilmore's committed suicide. Good Lord. Special directors meeting tonight at the Jordan Company? Yes, I'll get dressed and come right down. Gilmore shot himself. Can't believe it. That. Well, I heard a tap on the window. Imagination, I guess. Oh, Gilmore. Where did I put my shoes? Hold on. Did there's something at the window. Can't see anything, though. Hello? Oh.
I'm coming. Don't be so impatient. Well, what do you... Walter done? What?
Margot! Well, am I glad to see you. Here, Porter, take these.
Oh,
Yep.
dear, I feel as if you've been away a year instead of just a week.
Well, I feel that way myself. Well, anything out of the ordinary been happening?
Well, nothing much except a rather strange epidemic of suicide. Seems as if the directors of the company all got tired of life at the same time.
Epidemic of suicide. It's not by any chance the Jordan Potter.
Why, yes. How did you know it was the Jordan company? Jordan, what do I associate that name with?
A county fair, an old hunchback with a face you didn't like. The boy's harmful.
Of course. Why am I so stupid?
But tell me, what do you know about these suicides, Margot? Was there any significant fact connected with all of them?
I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. I did notice something that was true. Each suicide shot himself through the mouth.
Margot, a week ago, the shadow warned a certain man on the telephone. I see now that one warning was not enough. Your suicides were not suicides.
What do you mean, Lamar?
I mean this, Margot. When a man is going to shoot himself, he doesn't do it through the mouth. There's something about looking into the black muzzle of a gun that seems to deter even an unbalanced mind. One of these men might have done it that way, certainly not all. No, Margot, they didn't commit suicide. They were murdered. Let me see, Margot. 221 Elm Street. This must be the place. Stop the car. That's right, Margot. Yes. You want to come in?
Who are you calling on, Lamar?
Blind boy.
Yes, I'll come.
Right, Margot. Yes, this thing's the bell.
What do you want?
Does Walter Dunn live here?
I'm his mother, but he ain't in.
You don't know where I could find him.
No, I don't. He's probably off somewhere with that lady man.
Do you mean Dr. Layton?
That's the one. Ever since he got hurt. Well, Walter's always with him. It seems like he... Who are you, from the company?
No, I'm a newspaper man from the city.
Well, I can't say anything.
Come on, Margot. That's all here.
Oh, poor thing. She's been crying. The mother eyes are all red and swollen.
Yes. He's probably suffering as much as Walter. Margot, do you remember that afternoon at the fair, what you said about Dr. Layton?
I said he had an evil face. Lots of people have evil faces. I mean, some awfully nice people sometimes.
Dr. Layton is not a nice person, Margot. I knew that when I first saw him. He has the face of a man suffering from an inner torture. A torture so all-consuming that when he's not on guard, it shows through his eyes. Torture and hate.
Lamont, you mean you think that Walter Dunn is under the influence of Dr. Layton? Oh, that's fantastic. You've no evidence.
Haven't I? Don't forget, Margot, these murdered men were all shot in the mouth.
Well?
If you were blind and had to rely on sound to guide you to the target, and a man spoke to you, you would shoot him in the mouth.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to pay a little call on the eminent Dr. Layton as the shadow.
Lamont, you can't call on Dr. Layton. If Walter is with him, your invisibility won't help you. For the minute you speak, Walter can kill you as he's killed the others.
I fully realize that possibility, Margot. The shadow must take that chance.
Well, Walter, things are coming along splendidly.
Yes, Dr. Layton.
With all the executives committing suicide. Our own special brand of suicide, eh, Walter? The company's stock is dropped to nothing. Soon I will have control. I, Dr. Franz Layton, the despised old crank puttering around in his laboratory.
Yes, Dr. Layton.
Oh, the country police are stupid. They suspect nothing. It's a wonderful scheme, Walter. A brilliant scheme. Nobody could see through it.
Nobody, Dr. Layton.
Who speaks? Walter, the door is open. I closed it. I'm sure I closed it.
Don't get up, Doctor. I'll close it again. There.
Who is it, Dr. Layton?
I don't know. I can't see him.
Can't see him. Are you blind too,
No,
Doctor?
no, I'm a blind person.
But you can't see me, is that it, Doctor?
I don't know. Walter, tell me. There is someone in this room, is there not?
Yes, Doctor. He's standing right near you. His voice comes from there.
But who are you? A disembodied spirit, speak.
We have talked before, Dr. Layton. I am the shadow.
Shadow?
Though you cannot see me, I am here. Doctor, I'm afraid your little game is up.
You're done.
Yes, Dr. Layton.
Walter, this man, this Dr. Layton.
Shot him, Walter.
Yes, but only in the arm. Listen, Walter.
Shoot him again, Walter. Shoot him again.
Walter, stop. Listen to me. Dr. Layton's made a cat's paw out of you.
Shoot again, Walter. Shoot again, you fool.
Walter, listen to me. Layton lied when he told you the company wouldn't take care of you. They planned to provide for you and your mother for life.
No, I don't believe it.
Wait, don't shoot. I'm telling you the truth. Dr. Layton has tricked you from the beginning. Has deliberately plotted that you commit the crimes he had the nerve to carry out himself.
He's lying. Shoot, Walter. Shoot.
Walter, listen. Would a chemist as brilliant as Dr. Layton have an accidental laboratory explosion?
Shoot, Walter, you fool.
Walter, you've got to believe me. He deliberately blinded you.
You deliberately blinded me. No, no, Walter. I word of honor. Walter. No.
So foolish. I believed him and trusted him. I shot you.
I'm not badly hurt, Walter. Just put that gun down now.
What are you going to do?
I'm afraid I'll have to send for the police.
Oh, the police. No. No, I know the best way.
Justice is the triumph of the game. It's horrible that a fine young boy like Walter Dunn should have to come under the influence of a man like me. But the near guilty must suffer with the guilty. Law and order must prevail.
In just a moment, you will hear a preview of next week's exciting Shadow Adventure. An important message from your old friend, Blue Coal's heating expert, John Bartlett.
Thank you, Ken Roberts, and good evening, friends. There are still many homeowners who make the mistake of leaving the fire door of the furnace open in order to check the fire or to bank the fire at night. That is not only unnecessary, but it's a bad practice and false economy. Gas is given off by burning coal to go up the chimney. When the fire door is left open, these gases escape and are wasted. That's why I urge you always to rely entirely on your furnace dampers, not only to regulate the speed of your fire, but when you're banking it as well. Never open the fire door except when refueling. If you want to recharge your fire, simply close the ash pit damper and open the check damper in the flue pipe. This is the correct way to check your fire quickly and safely. Remember that your blue coal dealer will be glad to send a John Barkley serviceman to inspect your furnace dampers and see that they are in proper working condition. John Barkley men are trained heating experts. They will be glad to assist you in properly heating your home without any obligation on your part. I thank you.
Next week's Shadow Story is one of the most unusual Blue Coal has ever presented. We now give you a scene from this startling dramatization.
Dr. Mahler, the moth. Look, Mrs. Coleman's not dead. Not dead.
Marco's right, miss. He stopped him. Listen to her. Look at her. Skin was yellow, and now look. The color's coming back into it. Her eyes, they're opening. She seems to be growing younger.
Younger. Dr. Mahler. I feel better. Dr. Mahler. Dr. Mahler.
Dr. Mahler, look at her. She's sitting up in bed. She's alive, healthy.
What? It is a miracle. Dr. Mahler. I'm still as a timer. I am. I'm younger. Look at my arms. They're warm and alive. My cheeks are round and full, like they were years ago. Oh, you make me young, Dr. Mahler. Young. Young.
What is the secret of this amazing rejuvenation? Be sure to find out next week in the Shadow's newest adventure, Fountain of Death. Today's program has been a dramatized version of one of the many copyrighted stories which appear in the Shadow magazine, now on sale at your local newsstand. All the characters and all the places named are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
Next week, same time, same station, Blue Coal, America's finest anthracite, will again present The Shadow. Be sure to listen, and be sure to burn blue coal, the solid fuel for solid comfort.
Oh, the day's come to end now. Work's all done, let's take a bow. Smiles and joy on every face. It's time to leave this happy place. Packed our gears and locked the door. Running free just like before. Rising high as the stars above. In work we find a piece of love. Oh, daily triumph, here we go. As we leave the candles glow. Goodbye, off to see you soon. Till tomorrow in the afternoon. Laughter rings from all around. In this space joy can be found. Tasks are finished, time to play. Bidding adieu to another day. Oh, daily triumph, here we go. As we leave the candles glow. Goodbye, off to see you soon. Till tomorrow in the afternoon. Laughter rings from all around. In this space, joy can be found. Tasks are finished, time to play. Bidding adieu to another day. Oh, daily triumph, here we go as we leave the candles glow. Goodbye, office, see you soon. Till tomorrow in the afternoon. Laughter, rest, and time to dream. In the stars, our hearts will gleam. Count the moments, count the smiles. We'll be back in just a while.